Hello and welcome to Spiritual Dating Mastery, a resource for men in particular to have abundance in their love lives and to get over a lot of these sticking points that people deal with from outside of the typical kind of bad men's advice on the internet, looking at a bigger picture. But anyway, so on this episode, I'm going to talk about why Tinder doesn't work, or I should say, to clarify, why it doesn't work for a lot of men. Because for some men, Tinder it just blows up. I've known guys who basically have a revolving bedroom door because of Tinder, for better or worse. And I can talk later on about the ups and downs of actually having fleeting situations like this with women, why one night stands sometimes are not as great as lonely men might think they are when they see their buddies hooking up with different women all the time. There's definitely some drawbacks to this that are worth talking about that a lot of the pickup artists don't get into very often. But just in reference though to Tinder, for a lot of men, they don't get those results at all whatsoever. And I want to talk about why that is, what you can do about it. So the reason Tinder, various other imitator dating apps work only for a very small portion is because it reflects upon what is the ongoing issue, surface level interactions. And so when you're on a completely surface level, then what that does is it changes things to what is sort of this superficial denominator. So everyone is being judged about things that are typically related to appearance, image, status. The whole Instagram fake culture thing is playing out based upon approval of the opposite sex on Tinder. So the guys who are very successful do have outstanding profile photos, but they also they have to look really attractive. Usually they have to have a couple of good shirtless pics. Basically, you have to be that stereotype of a Chad, of the alpha Chad, and then you will get very good success on Tinder because women are just hardwired in a biological way, just like men are, to seek out the best kind of physical specimen, alpha dude that they can find. Now the thing is that there's a lot of ways for a man to be able to convey that they are a strong, capable, confident, attractive man without having to have some ridiculous shirtless Instagram picture. And all of that can be conveyed in real life. And it can be conveyed simply through body language, through talking to a woman in a way where you have a commanding presence, and you can actually become much more attractive because, most importantly, you can connect on an energetic personality basis. So the killer combination is when not only do you have this magnetic masculine frame, you're able to convey that you are confident, attractive, masculine, but most importantly, if you can combine that with having a synchronization with someone's personality, like you're talking to someone who specifically you vibe with, you guys just have this compatibility. And it's not going to be every woman you talk to. The magic compatibility thing happens when you're socializing and meeting different people, meeting different women, and then every now and then, like every few women you talk to, you're going to feel that there's this compatibility, there's this mutual attraction, that yes, you have normal things that will make you attractive, but then there's just this kind of this hate to say the word magic, but there's this like a magical thing that happens. You talk to somebody, it's like, I can't explain why I'm so attracted to this person, vice versa. It's the unspoken world of chemistry that a lot of people neglect. And there's a lot of advice channels, a lot of writers in this area, they don't quite understand this. They think in this very binary, linear way. It's like, well, if I'm attracted to a woman, then that's all that matters, and I must, be an alpha Chad to be able to attract more girls. What they're forgetting about is that there's a lot of women out there, even if they look hot, you might not be able to relate to them, you might not be able to be compatible with them. So the big problem with Tinder is it forgoes that entire element of dating and attraction. It focuses entirely on the surface level components, focuses entirely on basically seeing a product and wanting to buy it, which is a person. And women, as the selectors in this world, they are in the position to be able to sit in their phones and, based entirely on visual appearance, visual attraction, decide who they want to talk to. Now, this is a tough thing because when you actually meet someone, you'll very often find out you don't have anything in common with this person. You don't like this person at all. Very often on Tinder, you have really good-looking people meeting each other and finding that they really don't like each other very much, but they might hook up anyway, and they have really awkward, kind of meaningless sex, and then they do a walk of shame, they leave each other's place, never talk again, and neither person is any better or any happier. So it's sort of like, even if you're successful at Tinder, a lot of times it's sort of this world's tallest dwarf contest, where even if you still win at Tinder, you still kind of lose. Now, don't get me wrong, some people have had a lot of positive success, positive experiences, whether that is positive romantic flings or actually meeting a wife or settling down from someone you met on Tinder, depending on what your goal is. I've heard of both of these things happening a lot, and some extent I've had success with Tinder as well, especially in other countries: South America, Mexico, Asia, the Middle East, Eastern Europe. These are all places where I've actually ended up dating. I actually had girlfriends that I've met on Tinder who I would end up dating. Well, I think the longest was about 8 months. And so outside the USA, once again, standards are different. There's less of this entitlement, less of these cultural issues. And even for somebody who doesn't have the success in America, they might find that success outside of America. But if you're stuck in the USA, Canada, UK, Australia, wherever it is in the West, and you're using Tinder, well, my advice is don't use Tinder. My advice is jumpstart your social life and allow the real attraction process to play out, whether it's more than just the one perfect photo that brings attention your way, where you actually can meet people, demonstrate your personality and your energy, combine that with some masculine attractive qualities, and watch as you'll have more success than you ever possibly could by just swiping on your phone. Let the swipers do their thing, and then you can go out and run circles around them if you choose to do that. So I hope this advice helps a lot of you guys out there, but obviously there's more to it than that. You have to think a lot about conditioning yourself and developing yourself and kind of being on this path to handle this area of your life. But you don't want to fall into a negative spiral either. I know these guys, and they're just like, all women are bitches, and they're on Tinder, and they're just angrily swiping left on all these women because they're just angry and they're bitter. And that's definitely not a headspace that you want to be in either. So I do offer one-on-one coaching to help men with this area. You can contact me at spiritualdatinghelp@gmail.com. So once again, this is SDM, basically combining the big picture ideas with practical advice. I know about 3 people watch this channel, so the 3 of you, hello. New channel, not really promoting it that much, but if this is beneficial to you, then hopefully, hopefully this helped. All right, everybody, I'll see you all on the next video.